and a very good day to you, and welcome to the program. Now, for all those people who are under 50 years old, what I'm about to say you probably don't understand. What am I talking about? I'm talking about two mites. What is a mite? Well, a mite is the smallest of all currencies in Israel in the time of Jesus. They say that a mite is the value of half a farthing. What is a farthing? Well, in the old days, 4 farthings equaled 1 penny. And a penny is about the value of a cent. So a mite is a quarter, a quarter of a farthing. It is absolutely the most worthless part of currency there is. And now, after telling you that, giving you that history lesson, listen to this. We go to Mark chapter 12 and verse 43. So he called his disciples to himself, and he said to them, "Assuredly, I say to you that this poor widow has put in more than all those who have given to the treasury." Verse 44. "For they all put in out of their abundance, but she out of her poverty put in all that her whole livelihood depended upon." So in other words, what Jesus said to the disciples, you see those rich men? They put in lots and lots of money. And that's wonderful. See that old lady with the ragged clothes? She's put in 2 mites. She's put in more than those wealthy men. And of course the disciples would have said, like they always said, "Lord, explain that to us. We don't understand that." They put in from their overflow. She put in from her very substance. And what about the other story in John chapter 6 and verse 9? There's a little boy, and his mommy has made his lunch for him, 2 little sardines and 5 barley loaves of bread. And the disciples said, "Lord, these 5,000 men and all their women and children are hungry." So the Lord said, "Feed them." "What with, Lord? We don't have anything." The little boy brought his lunch to Jesus. Now I want to ask you a question, and I've asked this question so many times. Are you honestly going to tell me that out of those 5,000 men, nobody had any food? Of course they did. They just didn't part with it. And that little boy came, and you can read it in John 6:9, and he gave what he had to Jesus. And Jesus took it, he prayed over it, and multiplied it, and fed 5,000 men. I want to say to you, it's not the amount that we give that impresses Jesus. It's the heart that we give it with that impresses Jesus. You know, I've had meals in castles in Europe. I really have. Palaces. Sumptuous meals. But they've been given to me more out of duty than out of personal love. That's just a fact. And they've tasted very nice. But I've also had meals in Central Africa where I've sat in a little hut with 1 plate, and the whole family, including me, is eaten out of the same plate. But that food was given with love. And I want to tell you, it is so much more respected and worthwhile. It's not the amount. Just very quickly, my dad and I, when I was a young boy, driving down the road in Zambia, a farmer broken down on the side of the road. We hitched up a tow rope and we pulled him to his farm. He was so touched. He had no money. He said, "There's nothing I can give you." And he came out with a whole lot of biltong and some fresh milk. That's all he had. And we said, "Thank you very much." That was so special. I've never forgotten that as long as I live. Just go and bless people with what you've got. God bless you and goodbye.